If you thought that Freya was broken, oh my gosh, wait until I show you Liu Fei. What's up everybody, my name is Whack4863, let's dive into the content. So Liu Fei is not broken in PvE, this is not something that can be utilized in that game mode. However, he is very broken when it comes to PvP. So much so that I'm not going to be able to have Liu Fei fight any other Thrall for my Thrall Wars videos. And the reason for that is that even if I put Liu Fei and Freya up against each other in a fight, her bleed is not going to be able to kill Liu Fei. He is virtually unkillable in a PvP scenario. And I believe it all comes down to a single perk, Eternal Servitude. The Yothka plant ritual was interrupted, the spirit has been trapped inside a foul imp, which Liu Fei may now summon for aid in combat. Now, when I initially saw the bug that I'm going to explain in this video, I thought it had to be from a mod that I had installed or a bug on my single player, so I did head over to some PvP servers to see if this was happening on those. I'd like to give a big shout out to Tao for helping me out in getting a Liu Fei on an official server. However, I actually had another community member reach out that already had one, so I was able to go over to that server and test this much faster than waiting for Liu Fei's quests to pop back up. So a second big shout out to Leela Slow. Thank you so much for letting me use your Liu Fei in this testing. So let's dive into what's actually going on in PvP with these Liu Feis. Now, we do not care about the actual imp that gets spawned in. That guy doesn't matter. What matters is what the imp actually does to Liu Fei. If you're paying close attention, you can see that Liu Fei, as he's taking damage from the Cimmerian Berserker, his maximum health is growing and his lost health or remaining health is staying the same. He's actually healing through this fight. And it actually gets even more crazy. When Liu Fei actually calls and summons that imp, he's instantly going to gain 1,000 hit points. Additionally, the imp will gain hit points as well, even though they are on a timer. It will work where Liu Fei is just becoming an absolute monster. The more damage he takes, the more health he actually gets. And every time that imp pops up, he's going to gain additional health. So not only is he gaining health because he's being attacked by the Cimmerian Berserker, but then he's gaining bonus health by just summoning that imp. And it doesn't matter whether it is a Thrall that is causing the damage or whether it's a player that's causing the damage. As you can see, as I start to hit him, his health starts to go down. It'll go down for a little bit, and then it's just going to skyrocket as soon as it ticks to call that imp. And I believe even if he calls it or doesn't call it, he is going to gain massive amounts of health. You're going to see that here very shortly. So if you are facing up against Liu Fei's on a PvP server, what you need to do is cause maximum amount of damage to that enemy prior to him calling that imp. If you allow him to call that imp, it is going to create a scenario where he's virtually unkillable. If that happens, what you need to do is get away from him, allow him to reset, and then start in again. You can see now his health is growing. He's already at 4,600 hit points, and as I continue to do damage to him, his hit points are just going to continue to grow. Now, if I just have an NPC attack him, this is just a wild Cimmerian Berserker that I called in, his health does not grow like it does when there's a Thrall or like it does when there's a player attacking him. He can be killed by PvE content, he just does not take the damage from PvP content. And to wrap this all up, here's some footage from an official PvP server where I have a Sumerian Berserker and I'm low level. I think the Liu Fei was only level 6, but it had the perks that I had on my Liu Fei, and so we had to test it. And again, you can see how low Liu Fei's health is already. So if you can jam through all of his health right off the bat, you're going to be in a good scenario. However, if you can't do that, obviously he's going to heal and he's going to gain max health the entire time. You can see he's already up to 8,500 max health and we've barely been fighting him at all. This is a lose scenario for any Thrall that you have put up against Liu Fei. 11,000 hit points right now and continuing to climb. So what you're not seeing here is that maximum health that he has is actually also his minimum health. So there is no way to actually get him killed without resetting him and bursting through that 1995 hit points prior to this bug kicking in. Now, I know the hot thing on PvP right now is that Skelos Bearer that you can get through your tavern system. Unfortunately, if they go up against a Liu Fei like this, they are just going to get burned into the ground because every time Liu Fei gets hit, he gains more health. And it looks like it's based off of the amount of damage that the follower you have or that you are doing to Liu Fei. So the higher the damage you have, the more health Liu Fei is going to get. So we have Freya who's broken in PvE, Liu Fei who's broken in PvP, and all in all, I think you guys should just go out and get yourselves one or two of each of these Thralls and enjoy it while it lasts. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. Don't forget to whack the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. And if you don't want to be out of whack, there's another video on the screen right now that you can click to support more of my content.